Live from the Gorillas of Booze compound, WGoB Network is on the air. This is our...
Fourth beer?
No.
Yeah.
The fourth quick hit.
beer, yeah.
Yes, because we did the infusion.
Yeah.
This is our fourth quick hit of the night. This one is very, very special to us. New Jersey. Jersey stand up.
Represent.
Czig Meister Brewing. Hackettstown, New Jersey. They just won first place at the Atlantic City Brew Fest, or Beer Fest, whatever the fuck, Beer Fest. Atlantic City Beer Fest in IPA category for their beer. Deep Sea Series Galactic 7 New England style IPA.
Nice.
So we thought, well, what better time to drink it than now? Chris was nice enough to bring it.
Sweet, sweet.
Good talk. Thanks for
I
that.
didn't know you wanted to say. I thought you were elaborating. No, it's so I went to the brewery and it's an interesting brewery because they have a really nice setup, big brewery, nice outdoor seating.
Yeah, it's
and
a cool space.
Yeah, and they evolved quite a bit from. Not to say the beer was always pretty good, but they definitely stepped their game up big time in the last year.
I don't think I've ever seen them make like a New England style IPA before, have they?
I think this is their first. And actually,
I think they're like everybody's kind of jumping on that right now. Like they figure like, yeah, let me make one, I guess, right?
they just released a brewery only milkshake version of one of these too.
Really?
That one I think I did have at the brewery.
Because they seem to be like a brewery's brewer. Like they make their beer kind of like bitter and.
We got to get you out there because you
Look
live
at that.
you live in the other you live an hour from there or so, Frank. So we got to get you out to those breweries.
Good thing we have cars and stuff, right? So we can make it out to these places.
That's a good.
If
point.
only there was some way to travel between locations.
At a-
just report through.
at a much faster speed.
Probably fill yourself a little more, right?
No, I'm good. No, I'm okay.
Nah, I'm not.
Okay.
Here we go. We got
Well, it doesn't matter how it happens.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
What's your name?
Get a good pour in there.
Chris, what's your name?
My name's Chris.
Oh,
So we got, Hackettstown also has Manskirt and Jersey Girl, which is right outside of Hackettstown.
Pour some in your glass, Doug.
So they got some good brewers out there. Manskirt does a good job as well.
Yeah, my skirt's pretty
why
good.
did we go with 2 cans?
That was your
well,
idea.
it's a #1 award-winning beer, so we got.
Oh,
Yeah, have a good sip because the next one's gonna be.
That's what people are gonna want is us drinking on this thing for fucking 20 minutes. Deep Sea Series New England style Galactic 7 Czig Meister.
They won't see any of that.
Yeah, it's
No, they won't. They'll see it all.
So what do you get right now?
Unless Chris hits the fucking table and knocks
I
the thing
won't do
down.
it.
Oh, you get straight up a murky ass.
Yeah, much murkier
dark.
than
Oh yeah, it's a
Like tangerine. A tangerine juice.
murkier than anything tonight, I would say, huh?
Yeah.
It's like dirty water for sure. It's like dirty fruit juice.
You actually got some head on there, nice lacing. Tight bubbles.
I went into this weird thing where like I straddled the glass with my fingers and now I can't quite get my finger off of it. I'm afraid I'm gonna cut myself. So there we go.
There you go, easier than hand.
Problem solved.
So this one, the awards, I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be something we're gonna like and appreciate. Otherwise,
Now, have either of you been to
I'm
this?
smelling a little cappy.
Have you guys
Have
been
you?
to this Atlantic City beer show?
I want to go
have not.
every year. I think about going, and it just doesn't work out.
You always see that.
It's like going to Montreal. Every year I want to go back to Montreal.
Yeah,
and
we
do
always
beer
say,
in
let's go to Beer
Montreal,
Fest.
and something always comes up.
We got to make a point one year.
Well, you always do it when I'm on
Just gotta
vacation, like in a
Well,
tropical
take
country.
a
do it.
different vacation.
Yeah, we got to book our vacations differently than Frank, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
We are the Gorillas of Booze, or not the Gorilla of Booze.
We're right into the sip, huh?
Right
That's
into
right. You want to just skip the sniff, the smell because the sniff. Because it's a quick
Sniff
hit.
and scratch.
That
I
is
don't
very
know.
good.
I'll tell you something right now.
Wow.
Can I be the first to bring it? How did this win? No one. Beer. I don't know where to get this. I mean, I'll tell you right now.
I think,
Give
it's,
him up.
I think it's pretty good, though.
Here's the
Frank.
thing. It's the Atlantic City Beer Festival, right? So you're not going to have your heavy-hitting Treehouse Trillium people there. I don't even know if other half went. They may have. This is a very good IPA.
No, it's a very good IPA.
I don't know that it's the best IPA I've ever had, though. I don't know that I would.
No.
I don't know if like this
It's
in a series.
definitely like-
Quite honestly, I don't know if this is the best IPA I've had tonight.
Agreed?
I think Bye 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 was better than this.
Yes. What I'll say is,
But Jay
it's-
Wakefield's not going to win.
there's
No, these are Jersey beers. So
there's a sourness to this, not like bitterness, like more like I don't know,
7% or two.
7%.
7%.
Is that
So
supposed to be
a
a
little
double
lower.
or-
Oh yeah, 7% alcohol by volume. I meant to say that. Sorry. No, it's and it's a single IPA.
It's a little. Well,
Maybe I guess I just don't know things like I thought I did.
It's a single IPA.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
I mean, unless they just don't call it an Imperial IPA or a double IPA.
normally they
Now-
put that on the can, yeah. I think it's a good beer. I mean, definitely.
It's a good beer.
Definitely a good
but beer. When I think of New England, I'm thinking juicy. I'm thinking.
But you know what? We're so used to that.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the thing.
When you label it a New England IPA, that's what you're kind of like.
Yeah, you have a certain
you're looking for.
Right.
Even like you'll still get like some people that overdo the grapefruit, which I think this is what happened here. I feel like it's a strong grapefruit note to me. Like it's super soury. Like
I get that too. I agree with you there.
I don't feel like there's like you can't even taste much of an orange in there or like a peach or anything like that. Or maybe it is just some peach in there.
I wouldn't know a peach if I tripped on it. I
I
don't know that I've ever had a peach.
Even in the 30-hour peach beer we have from Magnify,
No, we've had peach beer.
So I've had peach beers, and I would know a peach if I forgot all about that beer.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever eaten like a peach by itself though.
Yeah.
You've never eaten a peach by
itself? I don't think so.
You kidding me?
No. The big seed in the middle weirds me out.
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable.
Damn them seeds. It's definitely a drinkable beer. It's a nice tasting beer.
Oh, it's a very good beer. It's just, I agree.
Super murky.
I think Bye 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 was actually better. I agree with you. Whoever said that, I can't remember who said it.
You know what's not a great decision is that we decided to pour 2 of these.
Yeah, well, that was your decision.
So down to 1?
Down to 1.
Not at this point.
Well, actually, we're making time for that. How fast do you want to
get
to
ferment? We got to ferment them.
No, I need to we got to let that beer sit. So
the longer it sits, the more spicy it should get.
So we'll sit here and talk shit.
Yeah, it's right. People are going to have to suffer while we sit here and wait for the beer to ferment.
And we're going to suffer because they're suffering.
Infuse.
But see, like, that's kind of like why I said, like, what I'm used to, like, when I've had a Czig beer, this is kind of what you expect from them. Something like this. I've never had like a very soft beer or something like.
You know, they do make some. I went to the brewery and they make.
But I'm just saying from what I've had. I mean, I've never sat there in their brewery.
You've only had the distributed stuff.
Yeah, distributed stuff.
Blackberry cream, like a milkshake. They made a milkshake beer I had on tap. It was good.
I think they do some stuff better in the brewery itself than they do.
I agree with that.
Like can.
Yeah, like canned and
I
distributed.
agree 100% with that.
Do they can only, or have you seen bottles as well? I've only
no, they have bottles. They did a collaboration with like Bolero Snort.
Okay.
I brought a bottle here. I don't think you were here last time. I brought a bottle.
Sorry. Stop looking at the table. Stop touching the table. Stop hitting the table.
Sorry. I don't think you're pushy. I did bring a bottle. Yeah, you are pushy though. You're like a pushy.
I like the art on it.
Now, what is a deep sea series? What is the thought behind this? What is it?
I think they probably added fish into the fucking thing. Man.
Yeah. They put
fish bone
they put some fish semen in there. The idea is to get some sea monkeys in your body.
Sea monkeys.
No, I think it's just I don't know, for whatever reason, because they have like the SS whatever for the
Admiral.
Yeah, so I think it's just the thing they're going.
USS Galaxy, I believe. Shipwreck.
And I think it's this same beer that they milkshaked. I think they have this it's like the same can art with milkshake across it.
Interesting.
And it was a brewery only release, and I don't think it lasted very long. I think they sold it immediately.
Wow.
Czig Meister strikes me as one of those companies that is like right on the verge of like having like a boom.
Yeah.
Kind of like the same way I feel about Cypress. You know, I think they're both kind of like they're doing big things. They're selling a lot of cans. They have like the big following. Yeah. I think both of them are right on the verge of becoming like a big time, like boom, like here's the New Jersey brewery.
Yeah.
But they're trying
to even Magnify too to some point. Although I think Magnify might be losing a little bit of steam in my opinion, because they're releasing beers now and they have them like not only the next couple of days, but they have them the next week. If you're gonna Magnify right now, you can buy the cans from this week and the cans from last week. Yeah. Which is unusual for them.
And you know what? I think. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe I think really I didn't even hear that one, but
it was a tie.
I think a lot that has to do with that, with the whole shit with the lines, and the beer's actually lasting as long. Maybe it's the line thing, you know. A lot of people get turned off by that bullshit. Like, it's not bullshit. It is what it is. You go somewhere, there's a lot of people fucking sitting in line waiting for it. Yeah. And honestly. Magnify's pumping out so many different beers right now.
That's just it.
It's like every fucking week.
You know what it is too? It's harder. Like these guys are trying to be different, right? Czig Meister is always doing different things. I respect them for that. Magnify makes great beer, but how often they do it? Not as much as Magnify. You know? But Magnify puts so many good beers out there, so the bar is set so high. How do you create better beers if you're trying to do the same style from what you make?
You limit.
But they're doing too much. They're doing too much.
And it's not, in my opinion, it's not that Czig Meister doesn't do as many different beers. Like they do a million different beers every week. They don't can it.
They don't can it.
They
got to
Magnify makes every week is a different 2 beers, 3 beers, whatever. They can them and they sell them out. Yeah. Czig Meister will tell you on the social media, hey, we're having a blackberry vanilla so and so with lactose milkshake, blah blah blah. Available, for 8-ounce pours or 4-ounce pours, whatever. Yeah. You gotta go to the.
So they're not overdoing them.
Every week it seems they got 10 new beers on tap at the brewery.
But here's what I'll say as well.
They
I don't know
their beers, and then they have like their experimental series, whatever they call it.
That's why I find it weird too. I don't know. I've been to Magnify forever. I've been going there for a while now, and what I've noticed is they're pumping out more beers than normally would before. In the same fucking place. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how the fuck they're doing it.
The quantity.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like they've added really any equipment.
Yeah, they're
definitely pumping beer out.
They got a following. I mean,
and listen, no matter they sell the cans or not, if you go there, it's always packed.
Always.
People are always drinking there. They love the atmosphere. It's great. Maybe they're not selling as much can wise, but they still have a following.
Well, they came out with a
and their beers eventually sell out. Yeah. So what else to say?
And they have like their me stuff. Their like stouts. Yeah. It sells out immediately. So I don't know.
I think what I would like more from them personally, if they would have, and this is the one thing that always drives me crazy, you can never get any of their beer releases in growlers. The only thing they ever have like in growler to pour, you have is like their original Vine Shine,
Vine Shine, and when they do it.
If they ever have the low vis, even that.
Yeah, it is like the Vine Shine and the Search Saison and whatever.
It's like you can never get any of the other stuff.
You gotta look
at everything.
You got to look at where the brewery's located. I mean, that area of Fairfield is a huge population. Yeah, so it's easy for people to get over there. People will travel, not to say they wouldn't, but, I mean, these smaller breweries, they don't have the same population, so that is part of it. They came out on a boom in the beginning, so people are still following.
Yeah. I
mean, they should be.
The beers are still good. I think maybe they're pumping too much out. Too much variety. It's like, you're not going to go every fucking week.
I feel like I would agree with that. I mean, it's a lot to ask people, man.
It's a quality versus quantity thing, right? So, you're going to let your quality suffer, but you're still making the money with the quantity.
Here's the other thing, too, and not to say anything about other half too. Other half, same thing.
Yeah.
Well, they have weeks that they'll have beer sitting there for over a week as well, and they'll be like, "Fuck," And every time you go there, usually it's like a shitload line. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's wasting money for them if they don't sell it. So they're gonna sell it.
But it's gonna sell. It's gonna sell. It's gonna take more time than it used to. But
the thing with Magnify almost plays on listen, the craft beer world. The people that are buying the craft beer and lining up in line. There's a certain excuse me. There's a certain collective, collector mindset.
Yeah.
The person that wants to complete their collection, that kind of thing.
Right.
Magnify kind of plays on that a little bit, in my opinion, because every week, listen, you could put the same hops and the same ingredients in the same beer, and then they call it something else, and it's like, well, fuck, I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
Even, other half. Yeah. They do a lot of different beers too, but they have some of their same stuff, the Forever Simcoe or the All Green, everything, whatever. The thing, with if you want to talk about Treehouse, hey, it might be Julius this week, but you can't get up there, you're broke, you can't afford it, whatever. Guess what? In 2-3 weeks, it's going to be Julius again.
Right.
Yeah.
At Magnify, they're going to brew fucking, I don't know, Vertigo.
Right.
And shit, I didn't get over to get Vertigo. And you may not see Vertigo again ever.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's
and you may not even know if it's a great beer.
I'll never get that beer ever again.
And you'll never know if it's like a great beer or whatever, but that's probably what they're playing off on that maybe. You're right.
And to me, I don't know if Magnify is I don't know if they're searching for that one beer that blows them up. I don't know, because they do a lot of good IPAs.
I think they have a repertoire of beers that you can be like, this is a great beer. This is our staple. We have a couple. But offhand.
But think about Hype Train. When's the last time they brewed Hype Train?
Yeah.
And you go and they sell it at Hype Train, and it's like, oh, it's not like, hey, in 3 weeks maybe I'll have another shot at Hype Train.
Right.
It's fuck. I may not have another shot at Hype Train.
So my favorite was one of my favorites, Peak Oil.
How often
do they?
They've been making it quite recently.
They make a lot.
Okay, they've made the other
more frequently anyway.
Well, the one that's a double, Peak of Ripeness, which is the second time it came out again. I think this past week. They did it again, maybe the third time I've seen it in the last year.
Ago, yeah.
As in the last year, maybe 3 times I've seen it. Right?
Yeah.
So
I agree with you. I don't know if they're if they're still searching, or I don't know what, but I mean, they're one of the better.
Search Saison, you said?
Search Saison. However you cut it, they're one of the better local breweries around. There's no question. But
absolutely.
I just kind of see a trend that kind of worries me a little bit. I agree.
I think they'll be okay. It's just a matter of in order to sustain that kind of
you got to find your identity.
That selling power. I think the only people that can really, really, really do that, and sustained that in my vision has been fucking Treehouse, because Treehouse,
yeah.
no matter what.
Yeah. Well, and you talk about population. You look
and even now,
you look where that's located. People are going to travel. I mean,
in the middle of the fucking woods.
People are going to check at 11 a.m.
It's a strange business model, because whatever you think about Trillium, there's a lot of Trillium beers that I actually enjoy as much or more so than Treehouse.
Yeah.
But nothing is like, oh, gotta go pick that up. We gotta go to Boston.
No, but like you can go to Trillium and they always have shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
It's pretty fair, That's pretty tough.
I think you lost again.
You don't have to go to Trillium. I'm gonna throw up on myself. My body's anticipating what we're about to drink. You don't have to go to Trillium and line up for 17 hours to get like one of their beers. Like
it's just like
you
walk in.
You fucking walk in, you buy the beers. The beer is amazing, and you leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but there's a different dynamic to every.
Line life.
I'll give you a brewery local to here, Chatham. Twin Elephant. We've been there.
Madison.
Is it Madison? No, it's Chatham. I thought.
I think it's Madison. You could be right.
Whatever it is.
It might be Chatham.
I was really impressed with some of the beers they put out. We've been there a couple times. Juicy Busey, that was one I had that I can remember. They had some interesting names for the beers too. Definitely on the funnier side, but really some good beers there. It's a smaller place, opened about a year ago, and they really do a good job of really putting some good beers out.
Twin Elephant is another example.
Do they distribute?
They can't.
No,
not yet. Distribute.
Not
they can. They have like 2 or 3 diamonds and pearls.
Now let me tell you something else.
Something.
Like now, I mean it's a quick hit, but we're expanding
it's gonna be like a 40-minute quick hit, rather.
But
hey, welcome to GoB-TV episode 9, apparently.
Yeah. So here's another thing. Let's say their model starts to slow down. They can't sell as much.
Who are you talking about?
Let's say Magnum 5. They're starting to slow down. They can easily expand and make money just by delivering them to.
They're gonna make money no matter.
Shelves.
Yeah, they're gonna make money. That's not.
No. I'm not worried about them making money. It's just a matter of like I'm surprised that they aren't doing stuff like that.
And truthfully, I think if they got to a point where it was slowing down, I mean, all you have to do is brew your I'm all right. You know me. And people just fucking they buy it up. They just did they just did variants of it, like the coconut one, and I think it was Mexican something, and the shit sold out immediately. So like, there's a market there.
Yeah.
It's just fucking IPA after IPA after IPA after IPA after IPA after IPA, and it's kind of like, well, shit. I mean, I want to go every week. Like, fuck, I'm gonna go buy these cans, and I'm just kind of like, well. Do I want to spend another $60 or another $50 or whatever it is for
week by week?
It's the untapped mentality. I'm gonna have a beer I haven't had, put it in my app, get a badge, or it's like a card collector type thing.
But it plays on your mind because it's like, well, fuck.
Maybe I'm missing something.
Right, exactly. Yeah. This beer that was brewed with some dude
experimental hop.
Some dude snorted a hop and then sneezed the dust out, and we put that in the beer, and you're like, well, I don't have time to go get it, and it sells out, and you're like, fuck, I'm never gonna try it. So
it may never happen.
I understand the mentality that it plays on too.
Yeah.
So.
And they're absolutely playing on our mentalities. But
so we need to pound these away.
And what do you rate these? Where do you rate this?
No, you wouldn't do a rating yet, huh?
Who brought it? Chris.
Why
don't you start?
It's tough for me. Because it's a good beer. It really is. Should I go Doppel Chris or Chris?
Both.
So Doppel Chris always.
Unfortunately, we don't have the. Since we're not down
the big head,
secondary film set, we don't have like the screen here to put your giant ass.
Huge head. So Doppel Chris always gives a 4. If you guys don't know already, but
so does regular Chris.
Regular Chris is
4 also great. Look at that, nice.
No, I go 4.25.
So it's trying to be different. I am gonna go with the Doppel Chris. I'm gonna go with a 4. I like it a lot, but I don't love it. And now I'm thinking the 4 might be too much. I'm gonna go with a 4 still though. It's very good. It's a little, I don't know. I like it a lot, but I don't love it. So I'm going to go with a, what did I say?
4.
I'm going to go with a 2.
You want the Doppel, Chris?
No, I'm just kidding.
I'm even at 3.75. I like it. It's not over the top for me. I think we've had better beers that I rated a 4, so I can't see myself giving it a 4. But other than that.
You know what this beer makes me want? It makes me want a list of every other IPA that it was competing against. That's what I want to see.
Right.
I want to see a list. Listen to me. I want to see a list of every IPA this beer was competing against at the Atlantic City Beer Festival.
You know what? Just so I want to put this out. This tastes like a stronger version of Lopez.
Well, it's a 7% single IPA version.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit.
Yeah. All right. I'll leave it at that. This is a fucking quick hit.
Thank
you for watching.
You know what's interesting?
Shut the fuck up, Chris. We're closing out. Peace. She's I'm just joking.
we
notice how somebody's trying to kick out of here, and there's still beer in everybody's glass.
Yeah, we got plenty of beer to drink.
I'm
too.
joking. It's a joke.
So
we don't have plenty. I mean, I'm about to.
Yeah, we're gonna finish this up. But
top that off.
We've only had a variance of 0.25 between us for every beer we rated. I found that kind of interesting.
The what?
We've only had a variance of 0.25 for every rating that we've done in every beer.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you. It's a little inside baseball. I've known Chris probably 40 years, 50 years maybe.
They're 55.
So
I've known
40,
Chris
you know.
several decades longer than I've been alive, but I don't know that I've ever heard you use the word variance in my entire life.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
I'm sure.
How do you spell that?
It's VARIANCE.
Wow.
VARIANCE.
I want to spell it
Go
too.
figure.
I want to spell it. What?
Fuck him.
Actually,
apparently all that shit. Apparently all that junk he's pumping into his body is not fucking his brain up. I was wrong.
I actually want a spelling bee before I knew you.
Wow.
Look at that.
Bee queen.
Look at that.
What are you trying to say?
Spelling bee
Did
queen.
I fuck up your spelling abilities?
You didn't have to finish it for me, don't worry about it.
Anyway, so that's 4.
Cuatro.
One more to go.
And now, bad beer of the night.
Oh, bad beer of the night is coming. It's gonna be amazing. So it's a.
Stay tuned.
Look forward to it. We have a low vis, by the way. Great. It's a.
You didn't put your hand up.
No, I did.
No, him.
You did. No,
Bitch, I'm the one that started it. You fucking.
It's a low vis, but it's a, what is it? It's the Imperial low vis. It's some form of low vis from Magnified.
Is that the one with Nanku?
Yeah. Whatever word is you said, that's not the word. Infused with 4 different peppers. It's going to be, including the habanero. Oh, it's going to be awful. Anyway, this. Out.